Come closer and slow your breathing. I am with you in the hush that lives beneath the waves. The wind has raised its voice, and clouds rehearse their warnings. But I am not learning from the storm. I am teaching you through it. Do not trust the noise that brags of power. Trust the presence that does not flinch. You have stood at windows counting lightning, predicting outcomes by flashes. Yet light that startles is not the same as light that guides. I am the lamp that does not flicker. I do not negotiate your safety with thunderheads. I fold you within my calm and invite you to hear what weather cannot pronounce. The storm tells you that endings are near, that your small boat cannot bear another wave. Listen deeper. Within the roar, there is a corridor of stillness, a path I have cleared through shouting winds. I am not impressed by chaos. I am sovereign over it. You are not a passenger of panic. You are a child learning the language of peace. Do not trust the storm's storytelling. It is a poet of catastrophes, quick with scenes and certain with conclusions. But its narrative is short, and its memory is poor. I hold a longer memory and a truer script. I remember the day I named you brave, the night I taught your heart to breathe under pressure, the hour I promised to bring you through waters that seem to own the horizon. Feel the boat creak and hear the rigging hum. These sounds are not prophecies of ruin. They are instruments tuning to my guidance. Fear wants to conduct the music, but fear has never learned harmony. I am the conductor who cues the elements to serve your journey, not sabotage it. Storms will carry you faster than sunshine when I set their tempo. Your eyes have studied the wave height more than my word. Lift them now. The crest rises for a moment, but the sea must bow to boundaries I have drawn with invisible lines. I speak and water remembers its place. I speak and your heart remembers its name. Peace is not absence of trouble. It is my presence establishing order in the middle of it. I know the private predictions you keep, the quiet rehearsal of worst-case scenes that play behind your eyes. You are not weak for imagining them. You are simply human. But invite me into the theater of your thoughts. Watch how the screen brightens and the script changes when my voice narrates the scene. Watch how the villain of fear loses its costume under the light of truth. Do not confuse movement with meaning. The storm moves much, but says little. My silence often speaks more than its shouting. When I am quiet, I am not absent. I am strengthening your roots. You are learning to live by an anchor you cannot see, not by the symptoms of the surface. This is how courage matures without becoming loud or brittle. There is a place within you where the weather is mine to set. I assign the forecast of your soul. From there, I issue a calm that travels outward, steadying your voice, relaxing your shoulders, clarifying your steps. The more you practice returning to this place with me, the less persuasion the storm will have over your decisions. You have asked for explanations that would map the next mile in perfect detail. I honor your desire for clarity, but I give you something better: companionship. I will not hand you a chart and wave from the shore. I will sit beside you, hand on the tiller, teaching your hands to trust the pressure of my guidance. You will learn motion by communion, not by diagrams. Breathe again. Hear me say your name with kindness. Let the voice that calmed the first chaos calm you now. The storm is loud, but volume is not authority. I am not trying to outshout the wind. I am inviting you to listen closer than the wind. Do not build a theology around temporary weather. Build it around my character. I have rescued you from waters you cannot remember and sung you to sleep when sleep would not come. I have hidden you in the shadow of my hand and awakened you with mercies that renew like dawn. What I have been, I remain. What I promise, I perform. I will show you how to speak to the storm without arguing with it. Your words will not be tantrums. They will be alignment. Say what I say and rest. Declare what I have revealed and row when I nudge your shoulder. You are not powerless here. Authority and gentleness can inhabit the same breath when you let me fill your lungs. You think in lines of escape. I think in lanes of purpose. I will not always remove the weather, but I will always reveal a way through it that grows you, blesses others, and testifies that peace is a person, not a forecast. Your story will not be a brochure for perfect conditions. It will be a witness that storms are poor rulers and excellent tutors when I am near. If this whisper steadies you, like, comment, share, subscribe so others can find it, and you can stay with these quiet messages of hope. Do not trust the storm with your identity. It cannot name you. It can only nickname you by what you fear. I call you by the name hidden in my heart, and I have been saying it from before the first wind ever rose. When you answer to that name, panic misdials and loses interest. There will be moments when you must lower the sail and wait, when action shrinks to presence and obedience becomes a held posture. Do not confuse waiting with wasting. In stillness, I am arranging what motion could never organize: currents, timings, hearts, intersections of grace. Trust me to work while you keep watch with a quiet yes. Let gratitude interrupt the narrative of disaster. Thankfulness is not naive, it is brave intelligence. It is the discipline of seeing me at work where tremble tries to blind you. As you practice it, you will feel the floor of your soul harden beneath your feet. You will discover that hope has bones and joy wears work clothes. Your memory often consults its museum of disappointments. Invite me to curate that room. I will not delete history, but I will annotate it with the truth of where I carried you. You will learn to read your past as a field of altars, not a graveyard of attempts. You will visit those stones and find fuel, not shame. Guard your mouth when winds rise. Words are rudders, small and decisive. Speak peace to your house. Bless the companions in your boat. Refuse to narrate panic to those who follow your lead. The more your language agrees with my promise, the more your direction agrees with my path. I am not impressed by the storm's schedule. I keep time by mercy, not by pressure. I am not late. I am exact. When you think the hour is closing, watch me write a doorway into the wall. When you think the season is wasted, watch me turn its compost into the soil where a new assignment grows sturdy roots. Some will tell you that strength is the loudest shout, the biggest wave, the refusal to feel. I will show you a stronger strength, the kind that kneels to pray, listens before answering, blesses under critique, and keeps building when applause fades. This is the strength that lasts beyond weather and dignifies every room you enter. Take courage and simplify what you carry. Release the cargo of anxieties you were never meant to transport. Hand me the crates labeled control and the barrels named prediction. I will lighten your load and teach you to travel with faith, not forecasts. You will be surprised how far a light soul can sail. Watch for the companions I send. They will not be perfect. They will be faithful. They will remind you who you are when waves shout other names. They will share bread and steady oars. And you will do the same for them. Community is a harbor I build with living stones. When I whisper, I am not withholding strength. I am delivering it in a form that cannot be stolen. The enemy can mimic volume but not presence. Return often to this quiet. Let it soak your bones until the next gust finds you already anchored where it cannot reach. I see the charts you drew, the risk columns filled, the red lines where you circled possible failure. Wisdom plans, but fear counterfeits wisdom with obsession. Let me edit your plans with kindness. I will not mock your diligence. I will bless it and free it from the tyranny of certainty. I will teach you to make holy room for wonder. At times, the horizon will disappear. There will be only gray. In those hours, you will learn to steer by my voice. You will hear instructions as simple as turn a little, wait a moment, now move. These directions will arrive like breath and prove more accurate than instruments that panic has misaligned. Your dreams will not drown. I gave them breath beyond the lungs of circumstance. I hold them under the shelter of my purpose, where rain refines rather than ruins. What I conceive, I carry. What I carry, I deliver. Trust the gestation. Trust the labor. Trust that joy can arrive on a day the forecast predicted grief. Let your rest become a witness. While others race to outrun the storm, you will move with the dignity of someone accompanied. You will not waste energy performing certainty. You will spend it practicing closeness. People will ask for the secret of your calm, and you will point, not to a technique, but to a person who met you in the noise. Practice small faithfulness while the big outcome hides. Wash the nets you used last night. Send the text of encouragement. Clean the deck. Pray the short prayer. Refuse the scandal of quit simply because applause is absent. I see these quiet acts and braid them into strength you will need when the next assignment arrives. I have assigned goodness to pursue you, not as a polite idea, but as an active companion. Mercy will track you through fog. Favor will find you where maps fail. Provision will reach you by routes you could not have engineered, not because you have mastered strategy, but because you have chosen me as your source.